So we made a graphic, they're going to bring it up, and let's talk about your top 10 list coming into this event. And if you want to start talking about as he brings it up, he's probably got to queue it up. So,
I mean, basically, like I used just my own criteria, like accomplishments at tournaments, and then how teams do against each other, etc. So I'll preface this by saying, obviously, I had to take Titan out of the list. Titan was actually, I believe, in number...
I think 7?
I think I had them number 4.
Was it 4? Okay.
I think I was number 4, yeah, because they did win DreamHack Stockholm. Okay, so we have Fnatic number 1. They've won the last 3 LAN events. They've played 7 tournaments with this lineup and never finished below top 4, so they're by far the best. That one's very easy, the number 1 there. Number 2, again, actually fairly simple, because LDLC's made the final of something like 4 out of 5 tournaments. They've been only basically losing, it seems like, to Fnatic now, so easily decided there. We get a bit trickier as we go down here. Do you want me to go through all the rest here?
Yeah, I mean, just quickly, like,
okay.
We can break down specifics when we actually get to their groups, but just kind of,
so
any bullet points.
3 and 4, Virtus.pro and Na'Vi. Actually, those were the 3rd and 4th place game at ESWC, so we can see why they're in that kind of area there. Dignitas, perennial top 4 team, but actually dropped out recently, so number 5's about where they are. iBuyPower, crucially, that's actually off their old lineup. You can't make a ranking until a team's played a tournament, so that's technically on their old ranking where they had a great performance at Face It, but now, totally new lineup. We'll have to see if they can sort of retain that ranking point of this tournament. NIP used to be the best team in the world, used to be top 4 all that time. By the fact that this guy's here on the desk now, we know something changed. So they're a new team. We've got to go off this new, again, they have to earn a new ranking spot with this new player. We'll have to see what happens there. Hellraisers, representing Eastern Europe, always been a good team, but they've never had top finishes. That's why they're down there. Cloud9, obviously the last major, if you watched that, they looked like they maybe could have gone to the final or something. They got upset. Their problem is they've gone out in group stage the last couple of tournaments. That's why they're like lurking down the bottom there. And since I moved Titan out of the list, I got to bring someone into the list. So who was my number 10? Number 10 was pretty hard. It's hard to know once you get outside of that with placings. Where does it balance out? I gave it to Copenhagen Wolves just because they're a solid team. They've been to quite a lot of lands. And we saw ESWC. They were able to beat Hellraisers. Like, I think they've got a little bit of something where I just edged them up into it there. So there's my top 10.
Okay, great. So let's jump into it. We're going to break down all the 4 groups.